What's up, guys? It is your girl Queen Versachi, and I am back. After, I'm pretty sure it's been maybe 10 months since I've been here.
It's about damn time. It's about damn time.
I know I made a few videos last summer, but yeah, like, it's been a minute, y'all. You don't understand the grind that I have been on. Like, school has been everywhere, just everything, every part of my day, everything. And so, like, I was grinding, it paid off. Straight A's. It's just been taking up a lot of my time, and obviously school is my priority, and I take 7 classes, like mandatory classes, so I didn't have time for anything except school. But I'm back, I'm ready to focus on YouTube. That's what my focus is on. I want to get back to my content because I love making content for you guys. So as you can see by the title of this video, I'm going to be talking about the whole Khloe Kardashian, Tristan Thompson, and Sydney Chase situation that's going on, like, kind of right now. But before I get into all of that, make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel. And yes, I'm in my bonnet, me and all my bonnet black girl glory. And if you guys want to follow my socials, they are here. It's been so long since I've actually had time to focus on me and like what I want, like self-care. I wasn't even sleeping. Like, when I tell you guys I wasn't even sleeping, because I need to get A's. For me to do that, sleep was a sacrifice. Working out though, that's something that, summer's coming up, you know, that's something that we gotta do. We're gonna be talking about the Khloe Kardashian, Tristan Thompson, and Sydney Chase situation, but make sure that you guys subscribe to my channel for more content from me, because I promise you guys I'm back. So, like, if you're not aware, like, if you don't follow nonsense, like, in your spare time, so Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson have been engaged, and I'm pretty sure they've called off the engagement now, I think. I do not care about this woman, but I'm pretty sure they have called off the engagement, but up until recently they have been engaged for a couple months. I feel they got back together after he has cheated multiple times. Multiple times. My camera has just decided to have a mind of its own and just not do what it's told to do. So anyway, so Khloe Kardashian is back with Tristan, okay, and obviously they have their daughter True, who I think just celebrated her 3rd birthday, 2nd. She's not as big as a 3-year-old. Maybe she is. I don't know. Beautiful child. They have a child together, obviously True Thompson, and they're back together, but rumor has it that Tristan has not been faithful yet again. But who's surprised? Like, you and I, we both know, like, we're not surprised, right? He's been messing around with this Sydney Chase character. When I tell you, this girl is stunning. I don't know what race she is. I think she looks racially ambiguous. Like, I think she might be mixed with black. I know she's definitely a woman of color because she's in what's called the Blackout Squad, Blackout Clan. I don't know, but like, she's definitely the only one out of all of them who's like mixed race. I don't know anything about her. Like, she could be a terrible person, I don't know, but like, so he's been messing around with her. And the thing about that is, like we know Tristan. Like, we know he doesn't give a shit about Khloe. Like, he doesn't care about this woman, and yet she keeps going back to him. We'll get into that.
I do not want to comment.
I'm gonna focus mainly on 3 talking points here. First of all, no one is surprised, but the first talking point that we're getting into today is Khloe. Y'all know me. I got my notes. Khloe does not love herself. Like, Khloe doesn't love herself. We've seen that. You guys know the situation that passed, like, maybe a couple weeks ago, about Khloe's picture that got posted by her grandma or something, or somebody who works for them, on her Instagram or on their Instagram or something, and then it got taken down, and they had cease and desists sent to everybody who reposted all these drama pages, all these news outlets, all these, anywhere that it was posted, drama pages, like anywhere that it was posted, they were like, take it down or else, because the Kardashians control the media in a lot of ways, like pop culture media. It's actually scary how much influence they have and how much just money and promises that can get people to do whatever they want. Like, that's actually scary. But yeah, so like, their grandmother posted a picture of Khloe natural, not photoshopped, not edited, looking like Khloe does in real life, like looking like real Khloe Kardashian. And I'll show the picture here. I'm not scared of these people. The thing is, I don't think Khloe looks good. Like her face or her body. I don't think this picture, let me clarify what I'm saying. Khloe in this picture looks fine. Like she looks fine. Her body is just a fit body. Like she has the carved abs, like she looks toned in the right places. Like she looks like the way so many people I know would pray and intercede to look. That's how Khloe looks. She looks great. As far as fitness standards go, health standards, like summer body looks, Khloe looks phenomenal. Like nobody can deny that. But like the thing is, Khloe, this isn't the Khloe that we know. You know, like the Kardashians thrive and operate by Photoshop, Facetune, and surgery. And like, allegedly. Like the fact that we have to say, anyway, Khloe thrives and operates by surgery and the image that they choose, the Kardashians. I'm tired of what this camera is doing. Like, I don't understand. Like, what is the... Like, is it that? You know what? So Khloe looks good, okay? Like, she looks like a real human being. A very nip-tucked, like, altered human being. But she looks like a fine, in shape human being. When I said that Khloe doesn't look good, to me, I don't think that Khloe is a pretty girl. I don't. And the thing is, I don't have to. I don't think I'm not somebody who subscribes to that belief or that ideology that everybody is beautiful, that there's beauty in everybody. I believe beauty is in the eye of the beholder. I believe that if everybody's beautiful, the word beauty loses its meaning, because beauty means of exceptional attractiveness. And not everybody can be of exceptional attractiveness. I don't even remember the last time I saw Khloe barefaced. I think she has a bit of makeup in that picture. But I just don't think she's a good looking person after everything that she's done to herself. Honestly, like, promise to God, holy stack of Bibles, whatever. I think Khloe looked better before she did anything to herself. Like back in like season 1 of Keeping Up with the Kardashians, Khloe looked fine to me. Not great, but she looked fine. Like when you grow up in a household, when you grow up in a household with somebody who looks like Kim does naturally, or like Kourtney does naturally, those girls are beautiful, especially Kim. Beautiful with before surgery. They've done a lot of things to like European, like to adhere to European beauty standards and like get rid of their like Armenian features, like the nose that they had, like it's gone. But like I feel like Kim and Kourtney are like naturally beautiful. I don't think Khloe is naturally beautiful, but she looked a lot better than she does now. She looks like somebody who can't even be confused for the same person to me. Like not even same family. So I'm just like, for me, everything about Khloe is a cry for help, first of all. But I'm digressing. The first point that I was having is Khloe does not love herself. If she did love herself, she would have been done out with Tristan from the first time that he like cheated on her while she was giving birth to their child. And she didn't. She decided to wish on a star and hope for something that was never there. Like the thing is, Tristan never loved her. He never cared about her. He never respected her. But the thing is, we all know that. Like we all know that. And she knows that. But she doesn't care. Like she doesn't care because she's so desperate for somebody to appear like they love her. And the thing is, I don't even understand why. Like nobody in your family seems to have a healthy relationship with anybody. Kylie, no. Kim, no. Kourtney, definitely not. Chris, if the father of my, never mind. Nobody in the family has any good example to look up to. Maybe their father, I don't know. Like, I don't know about Rob Kardashian, but anyway, she has no good example. She's very desperate for somebody to love her, and so she wants to do anything and everything to herself to be what that person wants. But the thing is, that's just not feasible. Because, okay, like for me, I'm just having a hard time fathoming how you can stay with somebody who was fucking somebody else while you were delivering our child. Like, that's just not forgivable to me. Like, I'm giving birth to your offspring and you're cheating on me, and yet I'm going to still be with you. It's giving me sad white woman. Like, it's giving me very moldy butter. It's giving me very like spoiled mayonnaise. Like, it's giving me anything but what should be, you know? And the thing is, it's the audacity for me. Rather, as my best friend Tomisi would say, it's the caucasity for me. She had the nerve to go out in public and say, I don't know if she said this on the show, I don't watch the show. I don't know if she said this on the show or if she said this online, but she said,
during lockdown, like, everything was great. Like, during lockdown, like, him and I were so close. We were vibing, we were parenting together. It was successful. Everything was going so great.
sis, he had nowhere to go. Like, he was stuck with you and your child. You think that if he didn't have the option to leave, he wouldn't? That's where you got me fucked up. That's where you got me all the way fucked up. Because the thing is, he only was faithful to you because he had no other option. Okay, in rehab, okay, if you're in a rehabilitation facility and you are a drug addict, let's say you're addicted to heroin. You're addicted to heroin, and I don't know how YouTube feels about that word. So you're addicted to H, and you can't go anywhere. You can't have access to outside sources, your old connects. You don't have anything, like, you don't have money. You don't have anything like that. And you're thriving. You've detoxed. You're doing well. You're progressing. The real test is when you're outside of the rehabilitation facility. You can't determine fully whether someone has learned their lesson until they're able to have access to those sources but choose not to. That's the thing that Khloe does not comprehend. There's a lot missing up here, but that's one thing that's just like, you can't just say that, like, he was good to me because he had no option to go anywhere. Like, the thing about Khloe Kardashian is that I realized that she is just determined. This woman is just determined to boo-boo the fool herself in and out of these streets until kingdom come. Like, the thing is, she has no interest in actually portraying or conveying herself as an intelligent woman. Like, she has no interest. She has no interest in portraying herself as someone who has self-respect. Like, I think her sisters are pathetic as well. But the thing is, her sisters, at least to some degree, portray themselves as, like, I am a bad bitch. Like, I am somebody who has self-respect. And that's why I heard somebody say in a YouTube video that Khloe is the ugly sister and not in a physical capacity. Whether you think physically, hey, that's on you. But whether you think Khloe is basically the ugly sister is not what I'm talking about. Khloe is the ugly sister because of how she acts. I think it was as told by Kenya. You are treated the way you're perceived, right? So Khloe acts like an ugly, like, she acts like the Duff. If you've ever seen the movie The Duff, you know. Like, she acts like somebody who doesn't get love, doesn't have high self-esteem, just kind of exists to get through life. Like, not somebody who carries themselves like, I'm a go-getter, I'm somebody who's, like, here to steal the show. She portrays herself as somebody who is desperate. Her Instagram bio used to be, I crave a love so deep, the ocean would be jealous. Like, huh? That's a different type of white woman sad. Like, that's a different type. That's disgusting. Anyway, moving on. The other thing about Khloe Kardashian is that she aligns herself with blackness like it's her job. Like, the thing is, all of them do that. All of the Kardashians do that. The thing is, from the black man to the black child to the trial and error of black skin, it's just no. Like, it's just no. Like, it's not by force. Like, you can't. But the thing is, the reason why she does that is because Tristan Thompson has a type. And Khloe knows that he has a type. And Khloe also knows that she's not his type. Tristan Thompson's ex, Jordan Craig, beautiful woman and mother of his first child, who Khloe got with Tristan, while Jordan Craig was pregnant with his child. So life just really has a way of coming full circle. But so Jordan Craig, beautiful woman, is like a light-skinned black woman, right? I don't know if she's mixed, but light-skinned black woman. And the people that he affiliates himself with, we haven't even touched on Sydney Chase. Tristan has a type, Jordan Craig is that type, and apparently he went for Sydney Chase because she reminds him of Jordan Craig. And it's very evident because Khloe is a A1 blackfish. Khloe is trying to make herself as adjacent to blackness as possible without actually being black, which is what is called a blackfish. In a lot of pictures, she'll try to darken her skin, make her lips bigger, like with procedures, injections, filler, Botox, whatever these Hollywood rich people do, to make themselves look as adjacent to black people as possible. And it's sad. Like, does it not give you like sad suburban Karen sad? Like it gives me just desperate. I think that's the two best words to describe Khloe Kardashian are desperate and pathetic. Desperate and pathetic. Let me just assure you people, I have no empathy for this woman. Like none whatsoever. Like I don't feel bad for her at all. Because everything that's happening to her is her own fault. But we'll get to that. Bottom line is she tries to align herself to be as similar to these people. But the thing is, for me, if you have to make yourself as similar to what you're not to resemble people that you know that your man likes, shouldn't that be your first clue that there's a problem with your relationship? I feel like that's what any sensible person would conclude. Well, we've concluded that she's not sensible, so. The sad fact, I mean, it's really sad. I mean, I don't feel bad, but it's sad. Tristan will never love you, Khloe. He's never loved you. Like, he's never loved you. He's never loved you. He's never cared about you. He's never respected you. And yet you agreed to marry this man. You know what? I don't understand how you can exist intentionally on such a public platform and be this proudly embarrassing. Like, it's not by force. Oh my God. Moving on to point number 2. Put it in the fridge, please. Thank you very much, but don't talk to me. So point number 2 is that Sydney Chase doesn't owe this woman anything. So I'm gonna show you a picture of Sydney Chase. This woman, like I said, is gorgeous. So she appeared on the No Jumper podcast with Adam22 and was talking about the whole situation, like how she had relations with Tristan and pretty much that. Like, they were drunk, like they were drinking. She just talked about that. And like, there's really not that much to say about that. Like, she had relations with Tristan Thompson. She was talking about it. The truth of the matter is, Sydney doesn't owe Tristan anything because Tristan originally lied to her. Like, she asked him, like, she read the messages. She has proof. She said to him, "Are you single?" And he said yes. So then she went ahead to have relations with him. Hey, 2021, you do what you want. And so he said no, she did her thing. Then she found out that was a lie and that they were still together. She cut him off. That's not her fault. The thing is, she doesn't owe Khloe anything. They're not friends. They don't know each other. If you're friends with someone, like I always say, people always go after the girl in cheating scenarios. But the thing is, that girl, unless she's your family or your friend, that girl doesn't owe you anything. She's not loyal to you. She's loyal to herself. So I'm just like, it's your man that you need to keep in check. And she's still, I can't. Anyway, but the thing is, like, Khloe still decided to, like, go after her and then call off the divorce. Sad. So Sydney was basically talking about she had relations with Tristan, and after she found out that he was not single, she cut him off. And I'm just kind of like, she was a single woman doing single things. Like, Khloe, wasn't that what you were doing when you were sleeping with Tristan when he had a baby on the way? I feel like the Kardashians often forget what they do. What they do to acquire the men that they get. And I'm just like, when people do that to you, you want to be asking questions. It's beyond me. See, it's above me now. For real, it's the audacity for me. Like, it's the audacity to feel like you are above. Do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. It's the audacity for me because they feel like they can do things to Black women. Keep in mind, I could go on for hours about that. Do unto others as you would want them to do unto you. So you will do things and then be like, when it happens to you, sad. There wasn't really much I had to say about that. Sydney just doesn't owe her anything. Point number 3, Tristan is the bottom of the barrel. Like, when I say bottom of the barrel, I mean like, Tristan gives me bottom feeder. He gives me very brain dead. He gives me very skid marks in the underwear. Like, he gives me very like, just, there's no worse that you can do. Because Tristan's like conventionally attractive. Like, I don't really think his looks are all that. Like, I really don't. But like, he's conventionally attractive. He's tall. He's a baller. He's rich. Obviously, Khloe is much richer. But like, he's Black, and that's all that the Kardashians need, right? So he has that, and she's like, I don't love myself. You're Black. Why not? I can't imagine having such a life.
Can I fucking live?
But like, let me be clear about something, okay? Tristan Thompson is the bottom of the barrel, we know that. But what I'm not about to sit up on my platform and do is blame Khloe Kardashian for Tristan Thompson cheating on her the first time. As for the second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, however many times it's been, it is absolutely your fault. Like, it is your fault, because the thing is, you didn't need to be in this situation in the first place. You didn't need to create the opportunity for this to happen again. Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice, shame on who? You. And by you, I mean me in that saying. You. You, Khloe Kardashian, you. Like, at this point, I feel like there's virtually nothing that Khloe can do to make Tristan. Like, you can't make a cheater not cheat. Like, he has to want that for himself. Like, he has to make the conscious decision, right? And he's not gonna do that. Like, he doesn't want to do that, at least not with Khloe. There seems to be 2 things that people are forgetting in this whole situation. Like, people are just forgetting. The first thing is, you can successfully co-parent with somebody without being in a relationship or without being romantically affiliated in any way. Like, that's possible. You can actually achieve that and raise your child successfully without doing that. I just think that's lost on them. And the second thing is, there's a child involved. Like, True Thompson is a real live human being, and she's very, very impressionable. She's literally the only person in this entire situation that I actually give a crap about. And she's gonna grow up one day and have to find out online that, and see the way that her father treated her mother in 4K television. Like, how does that make you feel? Like, that was an avoidable situation. The first time while she was being born, of course you couldn't have controlled that. But the thing is, that's another thing. It's like, how you get them is how they're gonna stay when they're with you. You got with him when he wasn't out of a relationship with his first woman. So like, what makes you think that you're so special? That he wouldn't cheat on you too? That's what confuses me. It's the ego. It's the ego in contrast with the non-existent self-esteem for me. Because it's like, we know Khloe doesn't love herself, we talked about that. And yet she thought that she was something special, that like she could like win him and he would be faithful to her. But he wasn't faithful with Jordan Craig when you took him from her. Okay. Like, growing up and seeing the way that your father treated your mother, regardless of her character traits though, like, how would that make you feel as a child? Your mother who is consistently chasing after your father. And the thing is, like, I don't feel like anybody is thinking about that. And I've seen some people, like some blogs and YouTubers are saying like, Sydney Chase shouldn't have put that out there because there's a child involved. Listen, it's not Sydney Chase's responsibility to look after True Thompson's best interests. That's not her job. That's not her concern. That's not her responsibility. That's Khloe Kardashian and Tristan Thompson's responsibility. Sydney Chase is a young woman who should be doing whatever she wants. Like, as far as I know, she doesn't have a child. She doesn't need to be doing anything concerning True. none of her actions, I mean, like, ethically, that's not in this conversation. Like, nothing that she's doing is in direct correlation with true. So I'm just like, it's so funny how her name is True, but her parents just both live a complete lie. Like, having a mother who doesn't love herself, but wants to sell a love that is nothing but a lie to the world for a living. I can't. But the thing is, what's so sad concerning True is that this whole situation, the whole Sydney Chase situation, was completely avoidable. It was completely avoidable if she had left Tristan Thompson the first time. If she left him the first time. The thing is, it is so easy to, not like emotionally, but it's a lot easier than like legal processes of stuff to leave somebody who you're not married to. If you left him after you conceived your first child, this would not be a headline. This would not have happened. But the thing is, you didn't. You didn't even consider, hey, we can co-parent without like trying to force something that's clearly not there. And I'm the only one who loves you, and you don't love me because I'm not black. But Khloe doesn't. That's why I said there's a lot missing up here. Like, Khloe doesn't connect those dots. So the child has to suffer. When you bring blessings into cursed situations, this is the result. And the thing is, nobody really wants to talk about that. Nobody wants to have that conversation because True is still a baby. Like, she's still a child. So it's like, and she doesn't really know everything that's going on online. Like, she doesn't understand that yet. So everybody just wants to be acting like everything is fine. Like, just wait. Like, that shouldn't be happening. Like, under any circumstances, that shouldn't be happening. I feel like the real question is, what I want to know is, how many times does a nigga have to publicly disrespect you for you to understand that this nigga doesn't love you? It doesn't take a rocket science to know that actions speak louder than words. Tristan doesn't love you. No matter how many times you want to lie to yourself and convince yourself and the world, as if it's working, that Tristan loves you when he doesn't. And he told Sydney Chase in the interview on No Jumper, as she read the text out loud, that you're not his type. She's his type. And that he's with you to advance his career because of status. I honestly feel like if Sydney Chase didn't publicize that, she wouldn't have called off the engagement, if she even did. I don't even know if that's true. I don't know if that's a rumor. But like, I honestly don't think she would have. Because if you stayed engaged to somebody who says they don't actually, you're not their type, they're only with you because they advance your career, that's embarrassing. Like, that's beyond embarrassing to me. Like, doesn't that just give you, like, doesn't this whole situation just give you guys, like, pathetic, ashy, dusty, crusty hoe? Like, doesn't it just give you, like, ashy? Does it not just give you that? Because it gives me bored and privileged. It gives me dusty. It gives me crusty. It gives me I have nothing else to do with my time. Let's just break this down as, like, a summary. So the thing is, you knew who Tristan was, and you still decided to stay with him. And you decided to declare publicly that you want to have another child with him, and you continue to live with him, and you still agreed to get married to him and accepted the engagement proposal. And then he cheats on you with somebody who looks like what you would look like in your dreams. Talk for yourself. Make it make sense. Like, it's not by force. Like, you can't have melanin by force. I know she would trade in everything to be able to identify as a light-skinned black person, or as a mixed person, or as an ambiguous person, without actually being that, because they have privilege by being white. But the thing is, you can't. You're never ever going to look like what Tristan actually wants. You're never going to look like these black women. You're never going to look like these racially ambiguous women. You're never going to look like these light-skinned women. You're never going to. The sooner you accept that and move on, for the sake of yourself and your child, the better. But I don't think Khloe's interested in that. Like, I think she's just interested in being bold and embarrassing. Like, I think that's all she cares about. Once Khloe actually stops trying to be literally everything that she isn't, only then will she finally be able to take the baby steps of starting to learn how to love herself. That's when that will start. When you stop trying to be everything that you're not and that you can never be. God didn't make you that way. God made you a white woman. Be a white woman. Find somebody who loves you for your average white woman self. You try to implement the black bodies, the black facial features, the black skin as much as possible. acquire the black man who doesn't want you. Like, it's a lot. And the thing is, I'm not even here to talk about how Khloe Kardashian has been compared to her sister her whole life. Everybody's been compared to their sisters. It's not just you. You chose to be on a public stage your whole life. You chose that. So like, I'm just like, there's only so much I can say. Like, I don't feel bad for her at all, like to no degree, because this whole Sydney Shay situation didn't need to happen. Anyway, that's the whole video, guys. That's all I really wanted to share. And you guys can let me know what you think about the situation down in the comments, because I know I'm harsh, but like, you guys didn't come here for me to be soft on her. Like, you came here for me to be honest. So that's all I have to say about this. Like this video, guys, if you want more content from me, and also let me know what you want me to talk about, like stuff that happens in pop culture that I may not know about. Just let me know and I'll talk about it. So that's it for this video, guys. I love you guys so much, royals, and Queen Versachi is out. Bye.